Hey guys, how is it going? This video is about an awesome NPM dependency that brings Google Lighthouse into TestCafe. Google Lighthouse is an open source tool that analyzes web pages collecting performance metrics and insights on developer best practices. Basically, you give Lighthouse an URL to audit, it runs a series of audits against the page, and then it generates a report on how well the page did. From there, you can use the failing audits as indicators on how to improve the page. In terms of the installation, the process is really simple. Install the dependency into your project using npm or yarn. Then, in the test file, import the dependency and add a similar code snippet into your test. Last but not least, run the test using one of the following commands for headless or headed browser. Simple, isn't it? Let's continue with the thresholds. Thresholds are a place where we can set the expected values for the audit scores like performance, accessibility, and so on. Whenever the actual score values are under these expected values that we set, the test will fail. We can simply add it to the previous code snippet. This dependency is also smart enough to provide test reports in many output formats like JSON, HTML, or CSV. For demo purpose, the starting point will be the TestCafe project that we have created from scratch in the previous tutorials. However, you can find its link in the description below. It contains a simple test scenario in which we also want to include the Lighthouse audit. As we already agreed, the first step is to install the testcafe-lighthouse dependency, in my case using npm. To double check that the dependency has been successfully installed, it should be displayed in the package.json file. Great! The next step is to import the dependency in our test file. In our test, let's include the code snippet that contains the thresholds. Great! Personally, I love the HTML reports, so I will be adding that config as well, just above the CDP port. So we have reports, formats, HTML true, the report name Lighthouse, report, and the output path should be in the performance folder. Great, everything looks good. All we have to do now is run the test and see what happens. Please notice that the documentation uses npx. It's an npm dependency that doesn't come out of the box and implies separate npm installation. The workaround is to use TestCafe directly from Node modules. For now, let's copy only the browser, the head mode, and the CDP port. Go to the terminal, access TestCafe from the Node modules folder, paste the options, and the final option will be the path to our test. TestCafe is running the test, and Lighthouse is running the audit on the same page. The test passed, and the metric results have been displayed in the console. We notice the current value for each metric and the expected value that we previously set in the thresholds. More than that, in the folder structure, a new performance folder has been created containing the HTML report. I've just opened the HTML audit report, and this is how it looks like. It shows the metrics, other statistics, and some tips that we as developers can do to the web application in order to increase the score values for each metric.